Okay, so I have these pictures of my son as he proposed to his girlfriend. And I'm going through my June 2018 hip kit. And I've settled on this kind of peach paper by Illustrated Faith. And I'm also liking this lemon paper by Simple and Sweet, which is Pink Fresh Studios. And I'm going through my tags. I love tags, and there were a plethora of tags included in the kit. And I've decided on these. And I'm also going through, and one of the things that I like to do is save the backing of basically of my embellishments. And you'll see I'm going to use that. And right now I'm going through the Project Life cards to see if there's any that I would like to use. And I'm just setting those aside. So again, this is the backing from Pretty Little Studio, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm going to use it for the cutouts on the tag. All right, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I painted some swatches from the color kit from this month. And so I'm using, this one is Frostbite by Vibes. And then I'm also going to be using some of the Pico de Mayo. And I'm just adding some glue around the edges there. And I painted those on mixed media art paper. And I'm just using some dimensionals to raise up that center picture. And I always have such a hard time pulling the stickers off there. Okay, so I'm trying to position those tags, and of course they're stuck down, so I'm having to lift them up and re-adhere them. Story of my life. And I probably should add at this point that this layout is inspired by Missy Whitten. I saw her post on the blog and absolutely loved the use of tags. So anyway, that's where the inspiration came from. So as you can see, I'm just kind of playing around with different embellishments. I like to kind of stage them where I think I would like to use them. And I am really drawn to the die cuts from Vicki Boutin. And again, that was in the color kit. And I'm kind of torn. I just don't know what to do with them. I keep playing with them, and I'm not happy with them, but I keep putting them back down on the layout. I decide to use the lemon, and I cut it in half. I do that often with my embellishments. And those embellishments are from, let's see, those are from Pink Fresh Studios, the lemons. And I'm going ahead and I'm going to finally commit this to the paper and use that Project Life card. And of course, I ran out of adhesive. And again, just kind of playing around. And I ended up cutting that gold edged tag in half so that I can use the other half on another project. And I'm noticing that the flowers, the ephemera from Pretty Little Studio are just too bright. As much as I wanted to use them, they were just too bright. And using that tag, I believe that was from the Project Life kit. Could have been from the embellishment kit. I ended up ordering everything. So off camera, I stitched this down. I used a straight stitch around the peach paper, and then at the top of the Project Life card, I used a zigzag stitch. And I always just put a color in my machine and go with it until I'm done. So this ended up being a green. And here I am playing with those darn flowers again. And the problem is that I had too much space there. I needed more, I needed something larger to fill the space. So again, I'm digging through the ephemera pack and just, seeing what else I can find in there. And I end up using that little ticket which says simple and sweet, which that's what their proposal was. His girlfriend said it was cheesy. You can see the cheese pizza there. And I decided to use that one embellishment up in the very top corner, and I cut it in half. And so my motive was actually, I wanted something up there in the top corner, but I wanted something to fill that space there with a blue flower. So by cutting it in half, I end up with the perfect size embellishment there. And on the table, there was a bottle of Clorox wipes. And so I wanted to camouflage it. So I used that it's almost like a charcoal gray heart tag. And at this point, I'll just start going through my ephemera and seeing what else I can add. I keep past kits kind of all together in a tray like you can see. And I keep my current kits together on my desk. All right, so I decide to use that little phrase sticker which says how it started, because this is the start of their album that I'm creating. And I need to pop up the edge of that heart because that picture is popped up. And I decide to use the little tiny lemon from that kit, and I cut it in half and reserve the other half for another project. So just I keep going back and forth through the embellishments, seeing what I can find. And I pull out that little sticker that was from last month I wish I could remember what the manufacturer was on that. It was Good Vibes, but I don't remember who made it. And I pull out some of the epoxy dots and kind of sprinkle those around. I used a combination of this month and last month's dots, and there's these buttons, enamel buttons, and I decide to use the one that says happy up in the top corner. And I use this sticker that says days like this are unforgettable. And I use that because it pulls some of the yellow from the layout up into the top there. And again, just kind of going back through the embellishments to see if I missed anything. I like that X's and O's. I thought that was perfect, so I end up using that on the layout. Again, going through the stickers. Yeah, nothing's going to work there. I really wanted to use these denim stickers, I think they're so pretty, but they are so bright. And it just didn't work on the layout, and I kept trying. So I pull out some of the gold stickers from, those are from Pink Fresh Studios, Simple and Sweet. And I had originally thought about using the title Simple and Sweet, but I decided not to. So just continuing to pull out those embellishments from the kit to see what I can use. So I needed to look up the date before I stamped it. So this was May 21st. They're having a very short engagement. They're getting married in June of this year. And one of my tricks is I stamp the whole thing, but that one has a like an extension, so I always roll up the one side so it only prints the date. So again, I keep picking up those blue flowers. I need to just get rid of them on my desk because I keep picking them up. So good job, I finally got rid of most of them. The one that's there still has adhesive on it. I decided to use the blue letters, and those are from, let's see, I think they're from Pink Fresh Studios. And I also decide to use the smaller black letters. Actually, they're almost like a charcoal, and those are also from Pink Fresh Studios. And I'm trying to decide what I would like to title the layout, and I end up going with She Said Yes. And I'm looking for my thickers. What are those called? Thickers Alphabet Alignment Guide. So I'm lining up the sticker. I'm starting from the bottom. Yes. And I realize I probably should trim off the edge. So I go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to line up those letters, and I apologize because the bottom there is cut off. So those are the charcoal stickers. And those were not easy to use, I'll be honest. I ended up using the bottom of the ruler to just like push the letters up against, and I was having such a hard time. It was ridiculous. Like they were going on crooked, and they didn't want to. It was a hot mess, is what it was. And then I needed to poke out the center of the A, and the stupid little poker was poking me in the finger. So yeah, that was not fun. I don't know how I would do that in the future, but certainly not this way. And then as I'm looking at this spacing, I am totally not happy with this spacing, but you know what, whatever. Nobody else is going to notice it. And then you can see, like, I started just to like totally wing it, and I had the stickers on my fingers, and I was just going to go from there. But no, I thought, okay, I'll use my alignment guide. So I pushed them down really hard and then they totally moved. Like I give up. So I'm trying to scooch them into place and I pressed on them again really hard. I hope they stay and don't fall off in the album. One thing that I noticed here is that I did not put anything in the tag holes, which really bothers me. So most likely, after this is done, I will add some ribbon or string or something into the tag holes. So there I am playing with flowers again, deciding if I want one at the very bottom. And I decide no. And so that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this. And again, this was the June 2018 Hip Kit.